Hello everybody, I am FedoraG4mer, and today we are taking a look at Ironclad Tactics to answer the most important question about any video game. Is it fun? Ironclad Tactics I would describe as a mix of Scrolls and Plants vs. Zombies, but much better than it sounds. It is a TCG or a CCG, a digital version of such, in a way, but in a very unique way. But let's go ahead and jump into one of the campaign missions. It has been a little while since I've played this, actually. Let's check out this one, because there are some card unlocks I haven't got. Oh, those are from playing Skirmish, so we'll do a simple level that I know I'm going to be able to beat. Go ahead and start this. Alrighty then. I don't know what deck I'm using. It'll probably destroy this level anyway. This is a rather low level, so. Ironclad Tactics is an automated turn CCG. Each turn takes about 5 seconds. So it is very, very fast paced and can quite easily get overwhelming in the later levels. Let's put an upgrade on this guy. As for storyline, this is basically World War II with steam-powered robots. They are called Ironclads. The storyline is very interesting. You saw a little glimpse of how the story is presented to you. It's presented through a graphical novel type of cutscenes between levels, which is done very well, and I really like the art style. Oh yeah, that's one thing to note. Ironclads are the main focus of this game, but there is infantry units. Ironclads will always stomp through infantry units. We'll put a musketeer behind them. The advantage to infantry units is they all have weapons by default. The Ironclads, you have to attach a weapon to them, so it takes a card for the Ironclad and a card for the weapon. Then I can also add armor. That guy's going to just sit there and shoot the statue for a little bit. Okay. Armor's not very useful right now. Now how you beat the standard levels is victory points. You need to get that amount of victory points to the other side. I don't have a weapon to put on him right now, but he'll just stomp right through that guy, so. That's bad. I can't stop him. You can see the Ironclads carry victory points with them. You get them to the other side, and it adds to your victory point pool. Let's put this guy out. I need some weapon cards. I didn't pick a good deck for this level, apparently. Oh, he just squished my guy. Oh, that was kind of him, wasn't it? The infantry units do not carry victory points with them, so that's their other downfall. But there are levels with certain capture points in other objectives to win the level than just victory points, and only infantry units can capture points unless you put a special attachment on your Ironclads to allow them to take victory or capture points. This isn't going well. This deck was not a good choice for this. I do not have enough AP. The AP system dictates what you can do. Each card takes AP. AP builds at a certain rate. In this level, I have a base rate of 1.5 AP per turn. Put you there. This level has no way of adding any other victory points. There are other levels with capture points that I was talking about earlier that add to your victory point gain rate. Let's put the grapple shot cannon on him, which is an area effect type of weapon, but it does have a 1-turn cooldown. This is not going in my favor. Please stop that guy. Thank you. This is not going to go well either, because the grapple shot can... I'm going to pause him. It doesn't matter. The other guy's going to move next turn as well. You can select to stop your units in place, which is very useful in many situations. Let's put armor on him. Does that help any? No. We will put a mining drill on him. And an engineer, which will repair any ironclads that are in front of him when he's right next to them. He has this repair zone in front of him right now. I might actually win this, even though this deck was not a good build for this level whatsoever. We'll put a ironclad. This is a good tactic with your infantry is to put them behind an ironclad so they don't get stomped over right away, and they add extra support fire. I need more action points. Oh. Well, he completely avoided that. I'm not even going to bother putting a musket on that guy because he's just going to stomp through this. But I have nothing to stop this ironclad, which will cause me to lose the match. Oh, I have something to stop him now. For a moment, at least. Now I need points to put a weapon on that guy. Otherwise, he's just going to sit there and take shots for a little while. These are scouts, which are fast-moving 2 spaces per turn, but they do not have a weapon. Put a mining drill on. Mining drill does good damage, which it has really short range. But range isn't a problem right now, since this guy is right in my face. And we'll put a mining engineer behind him to repair it. And he will make it through this and just stomp through those scouts like they're nothing. Easy peasy. And this will win the match once both of these cross the finish line. Okay, and that is a very basic early level match. Now let's show you the deck building a little bit here. This was the deck I was using. Let's create a new deck. Your deck can consist of 20 cards. Has to consist of exactly 20 cards. And they added some tutorial stuff since last time I played. It has to be exactly 20 cards. It can only consist of a max of 2 different factions at a time. Which that limitation can kind of be annoying sometimes. There are 3 different types of cards. There's infantry, well, 4 different types if you want to count infantry and ironclads as 2 separate types of cards. Parts, which you add to your ironclads, and tactics, which are similar to spells in other CCGs. Let's see, a tactic is like the artillery barrage, deal 2 damage to all units in the same lane as selected enemy unit, which can also hurt your own units. Gotta remember that. Full steam ahead. For 1 turn, selected friendly ironclad has +2 speed, but cannot attack, which means an ironclad that already has a base of 1 speed will move 3 spaces in a turn, so it's a great way to close a lot of distance very quickly. Okay, and there's all kinds of different ironclads. There's heavy chassis, there's light chassis, prototype ironclad, lots of different weapons, and lots of tactics like field repair, quite useful, but a lot of times I don't actually use it. There's even attachments to ironclads that are buffs. Gives friendly infantry and range armor, blocking 1 damage attacks. Armor is a very useful thing. If you have armor, then 1 damage attacks just bounce right off. It does not lower damage of higher damage attacks, though. At least I don't believe it does. So a 2 damage attack will still do 2 damage to you. But in the early levels, most enemies are all 1 damage, and they only have 1 damage weapon. So if you go back to early levels, after you've gotten some of these armored cards, you can just ruffle stomp the entire thing. And then weapons and infantry, since they have their own weapons, all have a range. Like this guy has a cone effect of sorts, the 6 in front of him. The mining drill is 1 space right in front, but it does 3 damage, which is really high damage. That's the grapple shot cannon, 2 damage, which is fair damage. It has that effect, but it has a gap, so it can't shoot anything at point blank range. So you gotta keep all of this in mind while you're playing the game. And like this one, light cannon, 3 damage. It has reload, which means it takes a turn to reload and actually fire again, but it does splash damage and does heavy damage. It has a very long range, but it has this gap right in front, so you got to use that very strategically and very carefully. There's also melee weapons like sabers, which I've never actually bothered to use. This one is a fairly strong weapon for how cheap it is, only 2 AP, but is a one-shot weapon. After it shoots once, it no longer is attached. And there's basic weapons, 1 damage revolver, which has a very large radius. Very useful on several levels. So that's the deck building. This game has a lot of variety in... Let's go back to the map here. It has a lot of variety in how you all these levels. Not all of them are the simple win conditions. Some of them have mortars you have to control with infantry, or ironclads that have a certain attachment that lets them control it, and it fires towards the other side, and that's how you win the level. Or, well, part of the way you can win the level. There's boss fights. I really like the variety there is in the levels. There's a lot of different win conditions. And there's also story mode or skirmish mode, which is how you play against other players. And there's a good variety of different skirmish modes. Let's see if I can find the warehouse. This is a boss fight. There's story, nemesis, and skirmish mode. Story mode is the normal fight. Nemesis is a multiplayer mode. This game does have online multiplayer, which I should have said from the very beginning, because that is a very big deal in a CCG. Nemesis is a very interesting variant of a multiplayer match. One player plays as the boss that's playing the special boss deck that the boss uses when you play against it normally, but it's a player controlling it rather than yourself. And then there's the plain skirmish mode. Some of these levels have some puzzle mode added to them. Right here we have to solve a certain puzzle, and this unlocks cards. Now let's talk about card unlocking. This game has, to its detriment in my opinion, and I find it to be a bit disappointing in a way, that there is no card trading, no economy whatsoever. Cards are unlocked through playing the game. You unlock base ones from winning story. You do the story challenge, which was capture a flag with an ironclad. In this match, you unlock some more. If you do a bonus type of mission, like this one has the puzzle, you unlock more, and then play skirmish against another player to unlock the final few. And you do not have to actually win that skirmish, you just have to play a skirmish. There is a more general random 1v1, so it doesn't have to be a skirmish on a set mission. You can just do a random multiplayer match. This is one of the few downsides to this game. The random 1v1, there is no kind of matchmaking algorithm. It is completely random, so you could have played only the first few levels to get matched up with someone that has cards you've never seen before and will completely raffle stomp you. I honestly would not recommend doing a random 1v1 until you have beat the single player campaign and unlocked all or most of the cards. That way you're hopefully on an even playing field with whoever you come up against. That one downside to that not a very good system. Let's go ahead. I want to show you boss fights, because it's a CCG with boss fights. That's pretty amazing. I believe it is this one. Yep, I've unlocked all the cards. We'll just do story mode, and I will build a specific deck for this. I know this boss fight, so I will quite easily destroy this boss fight, I'm sure. Just by the simple fact that I have a lot more cards than you normally would when you first fight this battle. Also, when building your deck, you can only have a maximum of 4 of a single card, and I only have 2 of them unlocked so far, so they unlock through a different mission or side objective in one of the story mode levels that I have not done yet. So, damage 1, damage 3. I don't want something that's that short ranged, and I gotta pay attention to my AP costs of this stuff. These have some added abilities that I haven't messed with yet. I don't remember what it is, and I'm not going to mess with it at this point. Like, I want something with quite a few weapons with a splash. I don't know if I want heavy. Revolver does, but I want something with 2 damage, so see what other weapons I have. I definitely need prototypes, quite a few of them. Get a few of those. I do want some armored chassis. I will put a few redundant systems in there. Okay. And I want splashing type weapons, so we will definitely take the 2 grapple shots. I think I have 3. I do. Okay, I'm going to take out the armored chassis. What else do I have of that? Oh, can't have those. So I'm going to have to use these 2 factions here. Okay, scout, no. Trumpet, not too useful. Now, with how the levels are designed, they all have quite unique decks you fight against, and many times you will find yourself building a deck specifically for that one level. You'll play the level, see what the enemy has, and build a deck to specifically counter that, which I find that to be a pretty cool feature. Pretty cool way of going about it. These guys are really expensive. Also, you can see on here, there is this goal here. Score VP 10 times. And I'm very close to beating that on this one, but the VP doesn't matter on this next level. I will take those guys. Once you hit that goal, you get an upgraded card. It doesn't replace that card, but that's how you unlock some other cards. The card, by its functionality, is clearly like an improved or alternate version of the card you already had, but it doesn't replace your previous cards, which is a good thing. But that's how you unlock more of the cards, is through upgrading. I guess we will grab a few of these guys because I do like that spread shot, even though it's only 1 damage. Mining drill is useless. We will grab one of those. Overpressurized Hulk. Let's see. I don't use tactics a whole lot, so I do need some more ironclads. I will probably put a few of the big guys in there, and I will grab the revolvers, even though they're only 1 damage. I think I have enough weapons here, so I just need 2 more cards. This card, some of the tactic cards are faction independent. I will grab a few field repairs. Save deck. Use this deck. Now I'm using those you'll see why I'm using those prototypes when I get into this match here. And we will go ahead and start. Those prototype ironclads do have 1 victory point. They have low health and can't equip any parts whatsoever. They are here for a very specific reason, though. I will put this guy here. Okay. I need a weapon on him now, please. That is why I have those here. They shoots these rockets that are quick moving. I use the prototypes to pretty much just eat the rocket. I'm going to freeze him here until I get a weapon. You do not want to get into the first slot here. Then flame traps pop up and destroy you. Though, and this guy does a lot of splash damage. We'll put armor on him. Weapons, please. Well, armor's not doing anything because this guy does 2 damage a shot. Weapons, please. Yes, there's a weapon, but he's going to take this guy out in this next shot. Oh, he moved, thank God. These behind the boss are repair units. So every turn he's in front of one of those. Uh-oh, prototype. He gets repaired by 1 point of damage. I'm going to move this guy forward so he doesn't get hit by that splash damage. And we're going to put a revolver on him. Oh, he got hit by it anyway. I thought I told him to move, but he didn't keep moving. Okay, revolver. And now the boss is within range. There is a goal, a secondary goal in this mission to beat the level without killing any of the repair units, but I've done that already, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to move this guy 1 forward so he can shoot the repair units. We will block that. We will put out a shotgun mercenary. This, because of how this guy moves and his repair things, is why I like spread weapons, so I can hit a lot of different things. The revolver only actually hits 1 at a time within that range, which will hit the one that's most front and center. The shotgun will hit everything within that range, but he's going to get completely annihilated at this point. Yep. Now if I just get a chassis to put that on, that would be really useful. I'll put that guy up there. Light chassis, that's what I was looking for. Now I just need some more AP for this grapple shot cannon. I don't know, putting supplemental armor was a bad idea because everything in this match does more than 1 damage. I forgot about that. So that was kind of pointless. Uh-oh. Well, that guy's going to bite it, so I'm going to stop him so he doesn't get the rocket within range of hitting this right here. Okay, this is as close as they're going to be able to get this guy, otherwise he's going to hit those flame traps. So he's not going to be able to hit these, but once the boss gets within range, he'll do some pretty significant damage. Let's put that out there. I would rather a grapple shot cannon than the revolver, but we'll see if that pops up by time my light chassis gets within range here. Got a prototype. Probably not. I'm just going to go ahead and throw a revolver on him. Now the boss got within range of my shotgunner, so going to be taking some damage from that. Let's go ahead and put in our shotgun. Oh, I lost that card. The cards auto scroll. This game is very fast paced and automated as the turns go by, so you got to keep up with it, and it's a very interesting dynamic and a mechanic that I quite enjoy actually. Uh-oh, prototype. Okay. I'll throw a mining engineer out here to hopefully get this guy repaired. The boss is going down fairly easily. Ooh, my miner almost got hit by that splash damage. Come on, give me some more chassis. Field repair, please? Okay, well, at least he moved. Put a heavy chassis out with a grapple shot cannon. There we go. Field repair, please. It's not looking likely. Yeah, that one's gone. Heavy chassis here has a lot of HP, so he can stand up to this guy for a considerable amount of time. This has good range, so we just need to get within range. Put a shotgun mercenary down here. One more turn and he'll be within range. I'm going to put a repair guy behind him and hopefully he can get at least 1 point repaired before he dies. One more space and he'll be able to also hit the healing bots back here. Nope, that's the boss dead anyway. And that is a boss fight. A CCG with boss fights, I'll take that. That's pretty awesome. So this is basically what Ironclad Tactics is. It's a game that is very unique and very innovative. I do dislike that there's no economy, no trading, no purchasing. It's all done through unlocks via the story mode. And honestly, the TCG, or the T or the C in TCG, the trading or collectible, whichever acronym you prefer, is a very large part of the CCG experience in my opinion, and that is completely missing from this game. So my final thoughts, well, thumbs down. There is no economy, no trading, nothing of that sort, which is a very large part of what collectible card games are in my opinion. So that missing is a bit of a disappointment for me. And other thumbs down is the random 1v1, the entire randomness of it. There is no matchmaking, no scaling, no ranking system in that, so you can get paired up with someone that has every card in the game and you're a new player, so that's not really that great, and I recommend not playing that mode until you've completed most of the game and gotten most of the cards. So what about thumbs up? I really like the fast-paced 5-second half-automated turn system. It's a very interesting and innovative feature, and it does make it a lot more fast-paced and a little bit more on edge than in most CCGs. The gameplay itself is it's really fun. It is a lot of fun. That's the answer to this, by the way. This game is fun. Despite the few negatives I say about it, I love this game a lot. What else do I like? I like the art style and the graphical novel style of the cutscenes and story. very, very well done. And the story it's fairly interesting. It's it's World War II being fought with steam power robots. What's not to love about that? So, as I said a moment ago, this game is fun. By far amazing. It is $15. It is on Steam. The link will be in the description. The online multiplayer. Oh, one other thing I want to put in the thumbs up category is the variety of levels. The level design, the different win conditions, and the variety of methods to play multiplayer. The Nemesis being a very interesting concept. So add that to the thumbs up list real quick. So it's fun. This game's wonderful. The link will be in the description. You really should check this game out. I'm FedoraG4mer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.